We are about to go deeply into my Brother 8-button knitting machine in order to chase down a problem. So this is a great opportunity to add to our series on the Brother 8-button machines. This first video is on getting the case safely off and preparing it for restoration. In other words, putting it back. We've done some work on getting the case off in our other 8-button videos, so if you combine this information with those, you'll have a really clear overview of how to proceed if you should find that you need to get into your case. And for serious maintenance, you may. This machine is basically functioning correctly, but the buttons are not releasing in a timely way. A basic cleaning has not completely solved the problem, so we're going to need to go deep in, and you can go with us and watch the process.
Once you have been into these, your brain should remember seeing this bright blue underneath that plate for the mast cover, letting you know that this does have to come off in order to get this cover off. Okay, what we want is this cover off, and what I've done is loosen this end cap. If you put your flat tip screwdriver in there, this will slide just enough to release this cover. Screwdriver, ouch, I just hit my finger. All right, with this cover off, you can see the little silver clip right there that's a part of this end cap, and it's right underneath that blue loop that's part of this casing. And what I'm going to do is take my flat tip screwdriver larger than this and pry that out. You can see there's a clip here and another clip there, so we just keep using the same process, large screwdriver, and we can slide them out.
Okay, it's going.
All right, you can see these little clips, and they're what lock behind these blue loops in the casing. So all you really want to do is just flex this, give it enough pressure to flex over. You see it's tapered, so when you push it in, that blue loop stops right where my screwdriver is, and you want to be able to flex this enough to get it out.
Ready for you to talk?
No, because I can't talk. Look at the distortion on this clip. See how it's bent in there, and it should be a nice smooth bow. And look at this one. It's actually flexed the case. And here's your clip on the end cap. Now this one's too far down. We have to straighten it. This one's too far back. I'll have to pull it back towards the end cap. All right, notice this loop. This is how it should look. Flat, taper, taper. This one's bulged here and depressed there. That means before you put it back together, take your little screwdriver and try to smooth these out so that they look like this one and this one, not this one and not that one. But look what happens to the clips on your end cap. This one's bent too far away. This one's about right, but you see it's got a little bump in it right there. Let me see if I can turn that. It's got a little bump in it right there, which makes this a high spot, and it makes it harder to get them to come out. This one also, see how there's space? It's not flat on this surface to the end cap. So all of these things need to be corrected with your pliers before you try to put it back together. All right, so if you'll notice how the big flat tip screwdriver goes in, and we got just enough space that when these tabs are correctly positioned, they'll slide in there. Now this is the one that was distorted, so what I've done is I've slid my screwdriver in. Now I can use the screwdriver, and this Leatherman tool is not that tough, so you know that if I can squeeze that back flat, look at that. And this is good because you see the black part should just go to the edge and not farther. Same thing here, wiggle it just a little bit. And this one was distorted, and now we're going to do the same thing. And lift the screwdriver just a little bit so that this part gets flattened out and this gets raised up. Okay, to get this off, it looks like you have to remove the handle plate, and you know you have to go around the actuator for the rod, but all you do is lift it up and pull the front down, and it comes right out.
So you do not actually have to remove the handle plate.
Or the clips. It's just the feet, that's these two holes, the end caps, and then you have to work this actuator post through the hole.
In the next video in this series, Jack will explain to you how the buttons cause the needle selection to work. So tune in, we'll see you there.